The Department of Children and Families is looking into its own handling of a Torrington family. 28-year-old Erica Shaw and her boyfriend, 30-year-old Mark Johnson, were arrested after their 6 children were found living in filth. Now DCF is seeing whether or not they should have taken earlier action against the couple. Their apartment was found filled with drugs, garbage, and dirty clothes. The mother and her boyfriend are currently being held in lieu of bail. Here for a closer look at this issue is Senator Rob Kane and Connecticut's child advocate Jeannie Milstein. Thanks, both of you, for coming today. Jeannie, if we could talk about, when you hear about this issue, you have been telling me that it's not alone.
That's correct. Sadly, this case illustrates a problem that we've seen and continue to see too many times. It's a systemic failure over and over again of poor investigations, poor follow-up, and poor quality improvement. And we're talking about children's lives here.
But why does that happen? If it's a repeated problem, what is it that's leading to the repeat?
I believe that there is a lack of accountability at the Department of Children and Families, and frankly, a lack of the kind of strong leadership that we need to do the best possible job for our children. We've pointed out these issues over and over again. The Department of Children and Families has a Bureau of Quality Improvement with about 100 people in it. They should be routinely reviewing these cases to make sure that case practice is effective and proper.
And they're not doing that, or?
It's uneven. It's very uneven, and that's a problem. Most of the people who work at the Department of Children and Families, the majority of people who work there, are very dedicated professionals. But we cannot have the numbers of problems that we've seen. Children who have been traumatized get robbed of their childhoods. We can never retrieve those childhoods back for these children. So the department has to do an assessment that is very quick and very effective so that children get the right kind of protection and care that they deserve.
Right. Senator Kane, you are calling for hearings now. And she mentioned that it has to be quick, and I would agree. When we're talking about children's lives, we can't hold hearings and investigations. We need to act quickly, right?
It's very true. Lori, as a ranking Republican member on the Human Services Committee, we oversee DCF among other agencies. So I felt it necessary that we do have a hearing. We do have discussions like Jeannie's talking about, because we need to get the bottom of these issues. As legislators, we can't just give it lip service. We need to take action. If we're the lawmakers, maybe we can do something about it, prevent this situation from happening again.
What do you think? Just right off the bat, what do you think you can do? What would you hope to be able to do?
Well, I think the first thing is to figure out the protocols that DCF is using. Are they using standards? In this case, we had a police officer being put on hold for 30 minutes. If that can't be prioritized, then who can?
Right.
The protocols in training, how the individuals are being trained, and what type of, education they're getting when they're getting their background to become these type of caseworkers and social workers.
Even you said there must have to be standards. In this case, weren't there 22 complaints against this couple? There has to be some sort of a standard saying, okay, after, I don't know what the number is, but after X number of complaints, some sort of action should be taken.
I can't speak to the specifics because we have an open investigation right now, but I'll tell you one red flag. It's more than a red flag. DCF was in court on Friday, on a particular Friday, to start to seek custody of those children. There is a hotline call made by police that very same weekend. If that's not a wake-up call, what is?
Right. So, Senator Kane, you have your peers ready to help you out on this?
We do. We've gotten bipartisan support from the chairs, and we think we're going to have a hearing scheduled sometime in August. We're looking at the end of the month, but we want to make sure we get into this right away.
And you're going to try and act expediently, I would hope.
Definitely. I think it's necessary that we take these issues and work on them and make sure that we promote some kind of laws that can help make some real change.
Absolutely. Thanks. We appreciate you all being here and bringing this to light. Thanks, Jeannie, and thanks, Senator Kane. Don't forget, if you missed something here on The Real Story, you can now watch it online by going to fox61.com. You can also catch us on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching this week's edition of The Real Story. We'll see you here again next week.